How I came involved? Well, we were all doing a bit of singing over in Taylor's Hall at the time with Liam Weldon. Liam used to have a session downstairs in the Taylor's Hall, you know. And how I came into contact, when I heard Liam Weldon on the radio one day singing unaccompanied, I'd never exposed myself to that, you know, Irish traditional songs unaccompanied. And the songs he was singing, I just, Jesus, where are you getting these songs from? You know, the Dubliners don't sing that, you know, or the Clancy's, Jesus, where is this coming from, you know? And I started going over to Taylor's Hall, and he used to have a session, the Sunday morning session, and it was everybody and anybody, and Liam was Liam done the shouting, and he would do his best for order, but you know, he wasn't adamant about it, like, you know, he knew the score with his audience, you know, and they were mainly people from around the inner city, you know, particularly around James Street and Thomas Street and the Liberties and that, you know, and he had an awful job keeping quiet, you know, because the drinking then was fairly, it's different now, this is before the 1 point law business came into operation, you know, and you know, it was just, the order of the day was, you know, you'd be just talking away if you didn't like what the person was singing, you know, or the person that was singing. I'm only slagging there. And I got to know a lot of them fellas there, you know, Georgie Mullins, Eddie McNamara, Lord of Mercy on Georgie, and Eddie McNamara and Mary, and what do you call him, Tommy McNamara, the Lord of Mercy on him, Joe Armstrong, and Dermot Whelan. You know, young Dermy, the flute player. Isn't it Dermot Whelan? Plays the flute, plays the whistle. Yeah, he has a couple of CDs. Yeah.
Oh, Mountain Tala, is it?
Gavin, jeez. And I know that since he was a shagging young fella. Yeah. I'm raging now, I forgot his name. Gavin, yeah. And his ma, Marie, you know. Well, and his dad, Dermot. And Joey Armstrong, and there was a load of them all from all around the north inner city, you know. And myself and Frank Coates used to be over there, you know, Frank Coates that comes to our club. We used to be over there in the morning times. And Brendan Phelan.
Oh,
yeah. And people were singing Brendan's songs then, you know, over there. And they weren't really into, you know, cunis, you know. They hated that word cunis, you know. And they really did, you know. I used to be laughing to myself, you know, at them, you know. I wouldn't be laughing at them, they were friends, you know, but I'd be laughing to myself the way they'd be, you know, when they'd hear that word. And they didn't hear it until they started going to the goalie, you know, because Liam didn't use it. He just shout, quiet, you know, do his best to keep order, you know. And he used to actually have cabbage and pig's feet.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah? Yeah, Sunday morning, crew beans on Sunday morning. But I didn't avail of it because I'd go home for me dinner. You know, Jay's go home for me dinner, yeah, about 4 o'clock. But then I heard that there was a singers club in the Pembroke, you know, and it was run by nobody knew because they weren't from town, you know, they were culchies that were running it, you know, and it was just for singers. You know, I said, "Jeez, I'd love that now." You know, I think I would anyway, because not being a musician. Yeah. You know. Well, it would have been. They would have been singing. They were very familiar with Brendan's songs. You know, Dublin in the Rare, not Dublin in the Rare. Pete's, or what do you call them songs?
Pete St. John.
Pete St. John and those sort of people, and whatever the Dublin City Ramblers and the Relics of Decency were singing, you know, the Dubliners and they didn't go much for the Clancy stuff. They considered that. But the lads didn't go for it. They didn't really like it. I think they considered it just for the tourists, you know. And there we were all singing all the Dubliner songs, you know. It was gas. But, yeah, that's what I found anyway.